Hello YouTube, this is Leon, and welcome back to Beneath the Cards. In the last episode, we finished up the Astronomica timeline and covered the events of the Elysium expedition. This time around, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Legion Corps. Now, real quick, according to YouTube statistics, if I put this infographic in my video, it makes people subscribe. Let's see if it works. Well, hopefully it did. In all seriousness, I really appreciate all the support you guys have given to this channel. Now, without further ado, let's get right into it. In case you missed the previous episodes, let me give you a quick recap of the Legion Corps. The Legion Corps is one of three main factions that inhabit the Astronomica galaxy, and was formed in the early days of the Age of Exploration, when the humans first landed on the elves' homeworld of Proxima Centauri. Composed of primarily humans, androids, and elves, the members of this faction seek wealth and technological progress above all else. Elves, one of the three main races of the Legion Corps, are tall, slender humanoids with blue skin and pointed ears. As a whole, they are skilled in the ways of both magic and technology, with a certain knack for bioengineering. They call Proxima Centauri their home, and were the first to be contacted by another species, the humans of Alpha Centauri. Unlike their elven counterparts, most humans lack any sort of magical attunement. To compensate, the species has naturally drifted towards the pursuit of ever higher technologies. First emerging on their homeworld of Alpha Centauri, humans quickly rediscovered the secrets of interplanetary travel that their precursor ancestors held millennia ago. Soon after, their first planetary scouting ships encountered the elves on Proxima Centauri, and after some initial disagreements, an alliance began to be formed. Sometime after this initial alliance, a third artificial race was created, androids. Unlike the other races of the Astronomica universe, the androids were created by the hands of men and elves, not the precursors. After a long struggle between them and their creators, the androids finally won the right to coexist with the other members of the Corps, and over time began to be treated as equals. As of the events of the Elysium expedition, they are an integral part of the faction, making excellent assassins, security personnel, and logicians. Now, before I go any further into the video, I'd like to take a moment to talk about a very important entity within the Legion Corps, the industrial behemoth known as Saber Industries. As I've mentioned in other episodes, the Legion Corps is run by galactic mega-corporations that dictate the faction's every move. Overseen by Alice Church, CEO, Saber Industries is a military and industrial behemoth, producing weapons, drones, and munitions on a scale unparalleled in the galaxy. During the search for Elysium, Saber Industries produced some absolutely terrifying weapons of war, such as Dyson Engine, Centauri Claymore, and legions of support drones to exert their influence across the Legion Corps' territory. Who was this Alice Church, you ask? Well, let's find out. As of the events of Set 1, she is the current CEO of Saber Industries, and arguably the most powerful figure within the Legion Corps. She is obsessed with transhumanism, constantly looking for new technologies to augment herself and her species. In 1493 IDS, Alice Church was born on Pluto, a small elven mining colony. Over the years, she quickly climbed the corporate ladder thanks to her talents in business and technology, before relocating to Alpha Centauri. From there, her quick thinking and adaptability led her to become the head of Saber Mining Co., which later transformed into the conglomerate known as Saber Industries. At the time of the Elysium expedition, Alice, now 48 years old, leads her faction's search for Elysium with the hopes of unlocking the secrets of immortality. In Alice's absence during her search for Elysium, the ruthless tycoon Magnus Lance was put in her place as an acting CEO. Magnus, a young human born into a wealthy family, is cruel, cunning, and manipulative, with little sympathy for those less fortunate than him. While mostly absent during the Elysium expedition, Magnus seizes power during the events of Set 2 Hyperius Fallen, forever changing the state of the Legion Corps. Born in Thia City in 1518 IDS, Gage's family moved to Hyperius for a better life. However, Hyperius was not what they had imagined, and instead they found themselves living a life of poverty in the slums of the city. After Gage's parents fell victim to police brutality in 1537, she dedicated her life towards creating a better world for the less fortunate on DU. As a young adult, she helped kickstart activist movements throughout the city, increasing the tensions between the upper and lower classes. This endless clash between the rebellion and the status quo is a major factor in the events of Hyperia's Fallen. And that's it for today. I know this episode was a bit of a different one, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you thought down in the comments section below. Next time, we'll be taking a deep dive into the Babylon Force. In particular, we'll be looking at the history of the faction, the long-standing rivalry between Drakens and Orcs, and the influence of the Pantheon. I'll catch y'all later in the next episode. Take care.